writers, it's nice to see you this morning. I've got Ranger here, and Ranger, right, he wanted to be carried the other day on the bike ride, and you can see him in Abby's pack, can't you? Ranger, you like to be carried, don't you? Good thing we love you, Ranger. Okay, let's get started with our lesson today, shall we? Okay, Ranger, go ahead down. Okay, writers, so today we were going to learn a little bit about how to finish up our letters to send to the nursing home today, right? And we've been working all on letter writing. Remember, we picked someone to write to. We started with the date and a greeting. We wrote the body of our letter and we told a story, or we told about ourselves, and we described something we like to do. And then we have to write a closing. When we finish all this, just before we send it, we have to edit our writing, right? We have to reread it and say, what do we want to change about that? And we can edit our writing for lots of things when people are going to read it. We can edit for our spelling, can just reread it and say, which words do I need to change? We can reread it to make sure our capital letters start our beginning of sentences. Our capital letters are used for when we write someone's name. We can reread it for that. We can reread it for punctuation. Did we punctuate our sentences correctly? Is there punctuation at the end of each sentence? Today, I'm going to teach you how to reread your writing for paragraphing. Okay, and so I made this colorful chart, and the colors have a purpose. So I'll show you in a minute when I show you my writing. But when we start a new paragraph, right, we got to figure out when to start a new paragraph, when we write a letter or when we write a story, in all of our writing. And so there's different reasons. So when you start a new topic, you start a new paragraph. When there's a new time of day or month, time passes, you start a new paragraph. When there's a new place, and when a new person talks. So let's look at my writing, and I use these colors to sort of highlight what I did. And so you can see this, and you can reread your writing for this. So let me share my screen with you. Okay, so here's my finished letter, and I added one of the endings that we talked about yesterday. And you can see that green there? So let's look at in between each paragraph, and I'm going to try and show you exactly like why I separated by paragraph. So I'm going to read sort of the ending of one paragraph and the beginning of the other, and then I'm going to try and show you on the chart what I did. So this is what it says. Here's one adventure they had this weekend. And then I wrote, my daughter Abby and I went out into the woods to ride our bikes. Do you see, writers? That is a new topic, right? And that's why it's in green. It's a new topic, right? I'm now talking about the bike ride that Abby and Ranger and I went on. That is a new topic, so new paragraph. Okay, let's look again. Now you see, let's go back down to the end of this paragraph. When we reached our picnic spot, both dogs sunbathed in the grass and chewed on some sticks nearby. When we went to leave, Hoppy leaped up. Okay, so when we went to leave, that, my friends, is later in time, right? So again, let's look at our chart. Think it's a new time of day, or a new part of it. In mine, it's a new time of day, right? But it could be weeks past or months past. That is when you start a new paragraph. Let's look again. Here we go. Then we'll read the end of this paragraph. Then she put the pack on and began pedaling. As Abby rode, Ranger kissed the back of her neck. Okay, one more time. You can see that time passed, right? It was later on in the bike ride. That's a new time, so I started a new paragraph. Do you see how I'm doing that, writers? Do you see how I'm reading the end of one paragraph and the beginning of the other, and I'm saying, oh, is that where a new paragraph should go? You want to read your writing and stop when you say, oh, new topic, up, new place, up, time passed, and add paragraphs to your writing. Then reread it, and then get ready to send your letter or give your project to someone who will love it. I would love to see it, but I know your teacher or your coach or someone in your family would love to see it too. So happy writing, writers, and next week we'll create something new.